There's a phrase that says, never forget where you came from. I 100%. Why does this shit always happen? Okay, but seriously, the quote should be tossed around a lot more because I do believe it is important. See, that's why nostalgia exists. However, in the case of these pretty popular cartoon characters, oh boy, it couldn't have been quite the opposite. So here are popular cartoon characters that originally looked horrifying. Before we get started, please make sure to like the video and subscribe and comment which one surprised you the most. I love Chowder. Chowder! One of the funniest Cartoon Network shows in my opinion, and one of the most unique. Although, one thing I didn't know, or could have ever expected, was that there are actually a few hidden character designs. Now, I was only able to find two, that being the original designs for Panini and Endive. Starting with Panini, she originally looked more like a cat. I don't know exactly what color she would have been, but given that she was originally a cat instead of a rabbit, whereas Chowder appears to still be a rabbit, makes you really think. Honestly, looking back at it, I feel like Panini would fit as a cat. Except he's a bunny. Honestly, either one is good. Now on to Endive. Endive, oh my god, this one is honestly a little surprisingly different. She looks more like a Dr. Seuss character, with her proportions being more off than what they usually would be. She also appears to look a bit more disfigured. Like her ass isn't as big in the show. It's actually small here. She also has like a flower growing out of her head, so I'm guessing she was probably meant to be like a piranha plant kind of thingy or something like that. Either way, really cool, especially knowing that these are official artworks from C.H. Greenblatt, the creator of Chowder himself. That's interesting. Number 2, Bob's Burgers. I showed that. It's still going, surprisingly enough. Good show, chill show. But did you know that the original characters were going to look like something out of South? And I know some of you guys might know that I think one of the animators that worked on Bob's Burgers also worked on Sanjay and Craig, which is why the animation styles look somewhat similar. It really has nothing to do with what I'm about to say, but I thought I might as well bring it up. Now, some of you may already know that Bob's Burgers was, believe it or not, already going to originally be about a family of cannibals that serve burgers out of human flesh. In fact, that's where the premise of the first episode came from. It was based off the pilot. There actually does exist a pilot episode of the original story of the family being cannibals that exists on YouTube. And though it's not too creepy because it still retains some of that cheeky Bob's Burgers humor, it's still creepy because it's got like the blood and gore plus like the black and white salad fingers animation is somehow creepier. Either way, thank God they did not go with this. Otherwise it would not be going as long as it is now. Everyone knows the Fairly Odd Parents, so much so that the creator Butch Hartman is a cocky, egotistical, fucking cocky son of a bitch. But did you know that the original designs for Cosmo and Wanda were going to look pretty different? And I mean way beyond shit like this. Originally, Wanda was going to be named said, quote, I wanted spacey names like Cosmo and Venus, but then Wanda seemed like a natural fit because of her magic wand. And honestly, yep, you can't argue with that. Going for Cosmo, he was originally just going to be a generic cross between Homer and Fred Flintstone, quote unquote. Which makes sense because, you know, this was in the 90s. It also says that Butch Hartman wanted Cosmo's outfit, the white button-up shirt and black tie, to be reminiscent of a show from the 1950s.